I went to a school last night. I thought I was going to a performance that was going to be sweet and light and with little ones performing. And I showed up realizing I was going to a day of women's empowerment, a day where everyone from the school and the community members were doing various activities, having talks and performances and workshops around violence against women. And it was so important and so moving. And as I was watching one of the performances, it was several teenage women and young adult women. And they were reciting poems, speaking some of their own truths, doing other performances, like from the Vagina monologues and other pieces that really moved them to bring more awareness to what's going on with women around the world. And as I was watching these young people, so wise and so aware and really in action, I remembered why I do this. I remember why it matters so much to me that trauma awareness is available and why I want it to be available in every single venue across the world. I saw these young people still seeing the things that I saw over 20 years ago when I was their age, and still fighting for safety, especially as women. And as I was listening to them, I was also deeply feeling, wow, I really want this for people of all genders. And I was a women's studies major almost 20 years ago. And, my heart was breaking at the injustices of the world and the violence against people and the oppression. And I just felt so sad. And I didn't know what I could do to help make a little bit of a difference because it feels daunting and it feels like, what could I possibly do? There is so much still happening in the world. And I realized as I watched them, this is what still lives in me. This is my activism. This is the one little thing I can do to help facilitate healing in the world, to bring a little more peace to people who have been victims of violence, whether physical, emotional, or any form of feeling abused, oppressed, not seen, not held, and not cared for. I want young people to be doing different performances where they're really able to look around the world and celebrate the adults around them that have created a world that is beautiful, that's loving, that's supportive, something that's worth celebrating. And I really believe in my heart of hearts that if you take these tools into the venues where you work, where you relate to people, that even this is enough to change the world. If everybody was to take this knowledge, this information, and these tools, it would first help heal the people who've experienced trauma. And then that would send more generations of people in the world who are being raised by people who are healed, who have grown, who have integrated their painful experiences. It could have enormous ripples if you were to just tweak your language a little bit, or just to know that somebody showing up into your space might be carrying trauma and feeling dysregulated from it. To have a new filter and awareness can change the world. We would treat each other differently. We would be able to help people come back from overwhelm and be able to be functioning in society better. We would increase their sense of belonging, their sense of love, their sense of safety. Can you imagine what could happen across the world if each of us as individuals and connected feels a greater sense of safety, love, and belonging? Through this course, it is absolutely possible to be able to make a difference. I invite you to join me. I really hope that you can feel inspired, create space and time in your life to take this course in just little by little. It's enough to do it tiny bit at a time, and it will always be applicable. And each little piece, each little bite-sized chunk will give you empowerment to feel more and more like you are someone in the world creating a difference just by tweaking a little bit of this and adding a little bit of that. I really hope you'll join me in this revolution. I have put my heart and soul into it and want so much for everybody to be able to feel a little bit more safe in this world.